up, all my cosmic card folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about the games that I've been playing the most recently, why I enjoy them, and why I think you guys should pick them up. But also in the comment section, I want to hear from you guys what you've been playing recently, and why I should pick up the games you've been playing. I do want to note, these will not be in-depth reviews of the games that I am talking about, but I may or may not be doing in-depth reviews for each one of them, but at least 2 of them for sure will be getting in-depth reviews. And without further ado, let's get into the first game, Massiverse. This is an expandable card game, an ECG, or also a CCG, or also known as an LCG, depending where you are and what your local groups may refer to these types of games. What that means is you can purchase this entire box right here. This is what you get, everything's in it, and you can play with it the way it is. Massiverse, the best way for me to explain it in the least amount of words, is rock, paper, shotgun. Now what I mean by that is there's a constant give and take flow of trying to outplay your opponent 1 card at a time per round to reduce their life total from 10 to 0. There are 3 different card types, well, 5 technically, but 3 different card symbol types that all have a counter circle to one another. On top of, you have your execute card and your rest card. Your rest card is a way to get your resources back into your hand of cards you've played in previous rounds, where your execute card, if played at the correct time, can actually win the game immediately against your opponent's rest card. Each character has their own unique play style that makes them all feel great even on such a simplified game mechanic, and this has become one of my favorite pick up and go, take it places, rip it out for 15 minutes and play games. Me and my wife love playing it together. We've gone to our local Dunkin' Donuts tons of times and just got some coffee and donuts and played this while we sat and ate our food. Massiverse is a great 10 out of 10 game, especially if you're looking for something lightweight, simple, and easy to learn. Great game, and this product for $20 is one of the best products I've seen in a long time. Moving on to our most traditional entry on today's list is actually Riftrunners, made by Void Software Studios, sorry. This is a very unique, fun game that also, as a bonus, if you're into it, has VTuber art. You can see the cards loose inside the package, but oh well. I've been enjoying this game so much. Easiest way to explain this game in the least amount of words is a mix of Yu-Gi-Oh, Goat, and Edison, all slammed together with pretty waifus and husbandos on the cards. It is very reminiscent of synchro summoning and tribute mechanic eras of Yu-Gi-Oh, has great tempo in every game I've played. Admittedly, outside of the starters, I've been one-tricking one deck, which is just a rebuilt starter anyways, but I will be doing a deck breakdown and review of that build so that people can see how the game plays a little better and how I play card games in general too, because that deck reflects so well about how I like to play my card games. It's crazy. Riftrunners, if you're looking for something more traditional of your TCG style game, things like we normally cover on the channel here, it is a great cheap entry game to get into with a soon to come flourishing online and in-person competitive scene. We're actually planning for the regionals to be held here in Illinois at Spaceboat Games, Speedrobo Games storefront that he owns. I'm excited to be part of that, and I'm excited to see the future of Riftrunners, and I hope the game continues on great. I know they just released their I know they just released their 3rd set and just got done doing giveaways and stuff, or are getting ready to release their 3rd set, one of the 2. But the first 2 sets are great. The starters are all very good and powerful, in my opinion. The only one I kind of struggled getting used to and figuring out the play pattern was the fire one, but not all decks and not all play styles are meant for everyone, and you guys will see that when I do my deck profile breakdown of my Chibi-Doki Mage deck. These 2 next games are going to share an entry on our list as they have similar qualities of why I enjoy them so much. Also, unfortunately, just don't have as much product to show off for them right now as I'm going to in the future, and will definitely be covering more on the channel. The first one is an amazing game by TCG Co. called Trails TCG. I was given these beautiful promos for going and playing some demo games at Speedrobo's storefront. Trails is a unique deck building game. The Gimmick and mechanic is that you take 5 sealed booster packs out of a booster box, rip them open, shuffle them with 0 draft or removing of cards, and play the game. Now that sounds like that could be a really bad time, right? But it's not. TCG Co. has cracked the code. They have the sauce, baby. As soon as we ripped open some cards and stopped playing with the demo deck when Speed got his boxes in, we realized just how much love and care they really put into this game to make it just function. Everything works, everything can play together, from these really cool, unique base cards that I'll explain in my next video about the game, to the way they did the everything as a resource in this game. The tempo is great, the pacing is great, the art is amazing, the community's even fucking better. Like, everything about this game is great, especially if you're looking to continue to play something similar to a standard traditional card game, but without the monotonousy of solved metas, or playing against the same decks all the time, or having to worry about crafting your own deck and keeping up with a meta. That's what I love about these unique deck building games. That's why we're also going to be talking a little bit about Elemental Creatures. Elemental Creatures is a game that I've been excited about since very early on in its development. JD is actually the one who did the art for my avatar. He was awesome enough to send me some more test prints of the game that I just absolutely love. He doesn't realize I'm going to need to mail these back to get a signature on them for sure. Elemental Creatures is doing everything in the best way possible as a small indie without even knowing who TCG Co. or Trails is in that I know of, and being their little brother variant of what they're doing. Instead of 5 packs, you're meant to play with 1 pack. The packs are all seeded in a way that you can play the game effectively with 1 pack each, but it also has a very strong blossoming constructed format for how recently the game just released. There's a couple local game stores that are carrying it and running tournaments, it seems like every other week, and I'm loving that. You rip open a pack, you get your, I believe it's 7 in a pack if I'm correct. I might be wrong there. If I am, I'm sorry. But you get enough level 1s, level 2s, and level 3s to have a coherent playable game in every single pack, and I think that is awesome. That is super lightweight. That makes every single time you play this game feel different and have something different to do. It's never going to get monotonous, and just like Trails, they have this beautiful foil pattern that they picked out. The art is awesome. It's very reminiscent of early Pokemon and things like that. It's got a great, the best way I can explain it is conveyor belt style play loop, where you start with a level 1, the level 1 goes back, you can use level 1s and bounce them to your hand to play level 2s, the level 2 go to your resource field, and then you can bounce level 2s to play level 3s, and vice versa. There's certain cards that then can return the level 3s to your hands, and we didn't know this until the set release, but there's actually level 4s as promo cards that can be played for casual play to help you recycle your level 3s as well. There's tons of unique, awesome little mechanics inside this game that I'm definitely going to be diving into more as I rip open the booster box that Justin had sent me here in the future, and I hope you guys are excited for that. And then the final item on our list today, and the most non-standard entry for at least what you expect to see on this channel, is Flamecraft. Flamecraft is this beautiful, awe-striking engine building game that focuses around taking your dragons around a town market to gain resources and then spend those resources to upgrade the market. As simple as that sounds, and maybe potentially mundane, it has such a great tight loop of gameplay and of compounding additive mechanics that just feels great by the time you're done playing it, to see what you have accomplished and how much you really were able to push the game, whether in the co-op or solo mode. Something I also really enjoy about this game is the solo variant mode. This game has a great solo mode to really itch that mathematical thinking part of your brain, but also be fun and relaxing and kind of tune out the rest of the world for about an hour at a time. Each game does take about an hour, which can be time consuming, but in solo mode, if you have the space and the place for it, it's nothing to just pick it up and go back to it if you have to step away for a moment or two. It has a great aesthetic with tons of cute little meeples, and all the card design and art is awesome. It has an amazing neoprene mat that comes inside the box, even on the standard edition. That does make it a little cumbersome to have to play because you need a large area, but if you can overcome that or figure out a way to play out of the box on a smaller area, that is very much recommended if you want a great little solo engine building game or family fun engine building game to just really see what you guys can put together. I will hopefully be doing a more in-depth review in the future. I did do a text-based written review of Flamecraft that I will post a link to the Discord where that is posted. It will actually be my Discord. There's not a lot more to say about Flamecraft without going super in-depth about it. That's why I also saved it for the end of the video, so this would be kind of a quick little thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know it's a little different from everything we've done. I also want to let you know we're definitely going to be getting back into the pack openings and stuff like that. Be on the lookout for me featuring in episodes of the new TCG Puzz podcast, as well as just hanging out and collaborating with my friends and talking about more games I'm excited to come up in the future, and games I'm playing, and maybe even games that I decide not to play and the reasons why. Let me know again down in the comments games you've been playing recently, maybe reasons I should pick them up, reasons other people should pick them up, and you know what, let me even hear about the games that you played that you didn't like recently, because there's a lot of stuff going on or has happened, like Board Game Con and other conventions, so a lot of games have been. Until next time, this has been Cthulhu's little brother, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your day.